What is up, guys? This is the Axiom 18 from Aught Designs. A very tight, compact, and sleek bag for daily carry that can handle, that can really handle some severe bad weather. Now, I'm gonna walk you through every single pocket on this bag, all right? There's some secret ones, there's some organization, there's a laptop compartment on the back, quick access, main panel, organization panel. But first, here's my gist on this bag. And first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Chase Reeves. When I'm not starting companies for indie entrepreneurs, or walking around with my kids in Portland, I'm reviewing bags like this. I have a site called bagworks.co. I get my hands on lots and lots of bags and I get to review them for you so you can see if you should buy it or not. Because the worst thing in the world is when you spend money on a good bag and then you kind of regret it because you didn't really know what you were getting. So here's my gist on this bag. First and foremost, it is tight and slim, okay? When you use this bag, you are using something that is a small, I would almost call it minimal daily carry. I am about 5'10", and you can see there what it looks like on me. It's a small little guy. I would normally hike my bags up. Some of you think it looks dumb. I don't mind that that way. I remember Rage Against the Machine. Tom Morello on the guitar was like, which by the way was my favorite song of theirs, the one that went. Okay, so this thing is tight and small. Honestly, I like small bags for daily carry. This felt a little too small for me because it is compact. The material, which is amazing at staying, dry, at keeping your stuff, this is a very, very well-built bag, but it does feel tight. That's why I say it's slim, it's tight, it's compact. Honestly, in my use of the bag, one of the big issues that I have is I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro, and their laptop compartment, which I'll show you, really only fits a 13-inch. I actually can fit my laptop in here, which I'll show you, and I did it for several days, and it wasn't that bad. But that one thing in and of itself was kind of like oh man, this is a bummer to use. That's totally user error on my fault. I could have put my laptop in the main compartment, but then the main compartment is really small at that point. So I just noticed for me, everything was pretty tight in there. Now, if I to be honest, all my stuff fit, and it fit pretty good. So it was the perfect size, and I prefer to have just a little bit more than the perfect size, just in case I need to throw something in. Now, number two, very water resistant. I was on basically a day hike in Portland, and it was raining so heavy. I did not have a rain jacket on. I just had a regular jacket. I was soaking wet, but I didn't mind it because it wasn't that cold. But I did love using this bag there because as I kept opening it up to check it out, there was no leakage, there was nothing. It was perfect. I felt so secure with this thing on my back for the water resistance. Then number three, there is some great organization in here. There's a front admin panel. There's a secret little compartment down here. It's not that secret, but these two plus the quick access and then the main compartment and the laptop, right? So what it allows for is a handful of creative ways for you to organize your stuff however you want to. Number four, there's just the 13-inch laptop compartment. I've mentioned this already, but I just thought I'd call it out. If you need a 15-inch, you're not gonna have that in this. And then number five, there are some modular accessories available for this thing that are actually really dope. I'll show you on the inside of the bag. Here, let me just give you a little sneak peek. The inside of the bag, there's ways you can attach things like this. There's also hidden MOLLE strapping over here in the front of the bag, as well as on these straps here. So you can get a little buck wild with the accessories. Now, I do have to say that in use, it is super comfortable. It's a tight bag. It feels solid. It feels like a little rocket ship on your back, so you know where it is. But I don't like this. I don't know why they made these straps so long. They're the straps that adjust it's such a small bag. It's sort of, I don't feel like it needs this very much, but it is comfortable. And maybe this is one big reason why. These load adjustment straps on the top of the shoulder straps. But however, it comes with this really long thing here. Maybe that's so you can cut it yourself. I certainly would want to. But the back channel stuff here, very comfortable. Everything on this bag felt really comfortable, and it feels very quality with one exception. It feels really good, like the material, especially especially honestly it's the mesh in the back. It's like the right kind of covering, the right kind of padding. That tactily just feels great. But I think that, and you know, this front material, this diamond water resistant something. This is a really well-made material. It is very durable. It is extremely water resistant, if not waterproof. However, it's just loud. So if you want a quiet bag, go for some like wax canvas or something like that. And if you want a loud bag, you go with something like this. That said though, it does not feel like it's not quality. This, even though it's loud and I don't love that part, honestly, this material feels very quality. It feels like the kind of thing that's gonna break in over time and kind of get a little bit better. There's a handle at the top of the bag that's extremely minimal. I would almost argue it's a little too minimal because you there's so many zippers, and all these zippers have this Hypalon water seal across the top of it, which is great for the water resistance. But as I'm reaching down, there's like a bunch of different things my fingers grip, and then I find this. So I would love like a little bit more, like a tiny bit more, because I like the minimalness of it. I just want a little bit more to grab onto. No handles on the side or on the bottom. It's a small bag. You really wouldn't need it, though it is nice when you can, you know, reach around, grab this, give it the old reach around. Okay, let's walk you through the pockets and the things on the bag, all right? First of all, I'm gonna start with this bottom thing. Now, they designed this pocket so that, you know, after you've packed up the bag and you forgot to put on your, like, you know, put in your what am I looking for? Windbreaker or something like that. Did you just see the brain fart? It's still the morning. So you throw your sweater or your windbreaker in there. Here's what I use this pocket for, okay? I've got a couple different pouches that I use in this bag because I couldn't use my other setup, which is normally a bigger pouch. So inside of this one, it's just a simple, nothing to it, zippered pouch. I've got a couple dongles, a spare pair of headphones, and a headphone DAC, the Mojo headphone DAC, which I'm testing right now. Some of you are like, what's a DAC? Do I need one of those? That's what I'm hoping to test and review. And then I've got like a bunch of cables and things. This is all the stuff that I just need in a bag, just in case. For instance, that dongle, my MacBook Pro, just like, it literally only has USB-C connections in it. So if I don't have that dongle, I cannot connect a USB device to my thing. I need to be able to connect some USB devices from time to time. I need to be able to charge my phone, charge my Bluetooth headphones and stuff like that. Then I've also got a little chapstick or dental floss or wet wipes and things that you just might need from time to time. So that goes up in this pocket. Now this pocket goes all the way up to the top of the bag, all right? But it does take over space from other things inside the bag. Okay, so here's where I noticed some problems with the tightness of this bag. First of all, this panel is the sort of admin organization panel. It does not open all the way. They made it so that you can just throw some, I don't know. It doesn't go down all the way either. I wish it went down further. But I think it stops there for this zipper because the zipper has this big flap that hangs over it to keep any water from getting in. So inside here, you've got some solid organization. First of all, on this side here, you've got a mesh pocket with some nice gusseting. Now, the gusseting is so that you can fill it up. But if you fill that up here, what you're doing is you're cutting into the amount of space you can get up into that. I don't know what I feel like I'm asking, like, all right, so how about that? Does that feel painful to you? Okay, go ahead and turn your head and cough. Like, I just feel like I've really got a lot of access to the bag. Okay, but that gusseting, which is nice so you can fit your stuff in there and get it in and still close it up, what it does is it can cause your stuff to kind of ball up. If you, like, so you could fit a lot in there, but if you did, it would look silly on the front of the bag. It would kind of suck to use. So it's this mix of like, you can fit stuff in there, you won't like necessarily doing it. I mean, on the daily, right? When you need to grab it, run in, like I'm so fast with what I need. Quick, I need to get my spare hard drive. I just get in there, boom, pull that sucker out. It's right there. So, I mean, I carry pretty minimally. Here's my spare charger, my Glyph RAID hard drive that I do my video editing on. Okay, so I throw those right there so they're right accessible from the top of the bag. Then you've got just a simple panel, couple pens area, little like business cardy type stuff. I could just barely fit my glasses case in one of them, so that's where I put that. And then a zippered flat pocket behind here. Now, I'm not normally, like these show up on a lot of bags, to be honest, but whatever you put in there makes whatever's on the front of this stick out, which is normally like a Apple Pencil or some sort of pen, sunglasses, things that stick up off the organization panel, which means you're gonna be ripping down on those things a little bit as you zip this thing up. So I don't tend to like flat pockets right in this area because if you put anything with dimension in them, it kind of sucks. But however, you can use it easily to put notebooks, some papers, something like that. You can't, it's not quite large enough for your papers, your business papers, man. Got my little Bear and Fig notebook that I've been using. I just throw that right in there and it comes right out. So flat stuff behind there only. I normally leave that open so I can quickly get in and access it. Alternatively, I could just put that right there, okay? Which is not a bad way to carry at all. So I normally, when I use this part, I'm only opening the top. I'm getting my hard drive, I'm getting my my charger, and then I can reach in and grab my my notebook. Ultimately, a very tight, a very compact way of setting that up. I mean, there's no frills or thrills in some ways, but there actually is plenty of organization. I feel like this is a very thoughtful panel, and you're hearing me again and again say it was small when I used it, because for me it was, and it might be for you. But if you're okay with the tightness and the compactness and everything has its own space, this is a really nice bag to use. All right, let's zip that up and go back one. Actually, hold on, we're gonna skip the main compartment for a second because there is a quick access pocket. Now, I love quick access pockets. Good place to put your like on-the-go headphones, right? This is perfect size for the on-the-go headphones. You could put sunglasses and stuff in there as well. It is a tight pocket. So for me, I only ended up putting my headphones in because, to be honest, I don't grab my sunglasses very often because I live in Portland. Okay, so perfect little size, quick access on the top of the bag, all of its water sealed zippers. I will say one caveat on this is the zipper pull is tiny. It's a little tiny guy, and honestly, I just noticed that as kind of shitty. What I would actually prefer a bunch is if it was like a small rope or fabric pull. It does have this nice little like finger hold thing, like it's considered, it's thoughtful, but it is tiny. I mean, like, it's fine. It's just like, I need to go to do the rock climbing gym a little bit more. I get those my finger strength up or something. I prefer something I can easily grab. I prefer something, especially on the top, that is visually different. So a small red, you know, like piece of paracord or something like that, but just even smaller, like thread. That would be pretty dope as a way of just differentiating this zip from the others. Okay, so now, before we get into the main compartment, let's do this back. Now on the back, there is two zippers. There are two zippers. This is one compartment which you can get through. You see through that? All right, it's got a solid plastic something, or like some sort of hard thing on the back, so that protects your laptop there. And then it zips up with water sealed zippers on either side. Now, like I said, your 13 inch is gonna fit perfectly. The bummer that I have on this goddamn bag is my 15 inch fits perfectly too, if they just gave me a little bit more room on the zipper. And I think that they probably didn't, for the reasons of this padding. They wanted to keep the design and the look of the bag. I also think maybe they know more about the strength and the tensile strength of different areas of the bag than I. However, if this went up, you know, another inch there and down another inch down here, on one side, for example, that would be dope. Because watch this, I can get my laptop in there. This is my old MacBook. I just have to do it sort of like cattywampus, like that, see? And then the space is actually big enough for a 15 inch laptop. Okay, I've got my laptop in there. We should make this accessible to 15 inch laptops too. And like I said, like if you've got a 15 inch laptop and you're drooling over this bag, I used it for several days, and you just have to find your own way of getting it in. I never quite got professional at it, even though I thought I was like getting good at it. You kind of go in cattywampus, And then it's like, dude, if you just had like 1 inch on one side, you could really easily get it in there. So that's one bummer. For a 13-inch laptop, you'll be able to throw it right in, no problem. Also, another little cool feature on this is that if you're not using that compartment, you can unzip both of these and put it on your laptop, your luggage, rather, your luggage. All right, finally, let's get into the main compartment. Now, these zip pulls are these ones, by the way, they all have this like big plastic thing with a Hypalon material, it feels like. Interesting zip pull, feels a little overkill in some ways, because the bag itself feels like, the bag is sitting there going like, it's strong, like it's designed well. It's thoughtful, materials speak for itself. And something about these zip pulls feel almost gaudy, maybe? I don't know, just barely. Just because it's a big plastic bit on the end, I feel like they can go for a more minimal zip pull that still performs really well. For instance, one of my favorite and a very serious competitor for this bag is the Evergood CPL24. They're out of stock on this bag for a while, and I've got a review I'm just sitting on waiting to publish. Hurry up, guys. And they just use a very simple nylon, small, like what it's about, like at less than 1/2 inch maybe, webbing that they use with a knot at the end. Now, these are silent. They go over, they're small. They have the small YKK little pull tabs. And honestly, they were just super satisfying to use. It's just simple, it's just easy. So that's got me looking a little more critically at zipper pulls and like seeing, because zipper pulls are a great place in the bag to really differentiate and show what you can do. And I think this bag is speaking massively in the design and the materials and the thoughtfulness and the consideration in the ways that they think you should carry. And I think that that's what speaks for itself, and we could go more understated with these. Did I just go kind of deep on zipper pulls? I think I did. These are the things you think about when you get to see hundreds of bags a year. Okay, so we open this sucker up, and here is our main compartment. You'll see this bag hanging there. I'm gonna walk you through that in a second. Let me just pull some stuff out. Here, I've got my water bottle, okay, which I always bring with me. My biography of Alan Watts. As you know, Alan Watts is sort of, you know, one of the best people to have frankly, ever lived, right? But he's also such a fucking dickhead. I fucking love Alan Watts, and I love this documentary, this biography. He's just like, a lot of people think that I care too much about myself. Who is this self you speak of? Which part of me is it that you're referring to? Because I'm quite unclear. Because of all the things that I love, and there are many, I think very few of them would be conventionally describable as myself. Anyways, I love this guy a lot. I've got this thing hangs from there, so I'm able to put my iPad Pro right underneath there, which is kind of nice. Now, I could put my MacBook right in here as well. There is padding at the bottom of the bag. The corners are a little bit vulnerable though. The corners are just, they're just this black webbing stuff. And I'm not throwing my bag around, but you never know what happens. I mean, I've heard of a handful of people who have gotten in touch with me to tell me some horror stories, and like things can go really bad with your laptop in a bag. But the thing that's really cool about this bag now is you have several places that you can put these. You'll see here, boink, boink. These are little Hypalon loops, basically. And then you have nylon loops up here at the top as well to show, here, I'll pull this back so you can really see the panel of the bag. You have these nylon loops as well. And these guys, here, I have one here, but this is just like an accessory pouch. Here's that same accessory pouch just off the bag, okay? Now, these are cool because you can actually, they have an expandability, this gusseted thing, so they can be really small, slimline, and inside there's just a bunch of fucking, dude, all you guys who carry like those little metal flashlights or torches as they're known, fucking Leathermans, and like, well, gotta have my tape measure with me. Then over here, you're like, well, I might as well bring my socket wrench too. You never know. And then I got like, you got like just so many places to put stuff. If my gear fit in here, I'd be very glad because the material feels good. It clips on to the bag. It's expandable. So if I need to, I can expand it out and get that little pooch going there. Now, these are all accessories you can buy separate. There's also a zipper on the back of the bag here as well. And you'll see there's these little teethies, these little toothies that just clip through those loops. So originally I set up 2, and then I was like, well, if I do just 1, I can fit my laptop, I can fit stuff underneath here like my iPad Pro. So I just did 1. I normally have used this to store my headphones in. My big closed back headphones that kind of like, that go flat, and they fit sort of perfectly inside there, which is awesome because it's just up at the top of the bag. It's not down at the bottom. That gives me space for my other friends, as it were. You know what I mean? I can sort of lift this up and put that right there. Now, after using this for a while, what I would do is I would take it from these Hypalon loops down here. I would definitely put it through these webbing loops. So it's up just a little bit taller. Just that much taller can give you a lot more room on the bag. Okay, so that is the TAD, the Triple Aught Designs Axiom 18. All right, I hope you feel like you've got a solid overview of the bags. There's literally nothing else to show. I know how tough it is to try to make decisions on bag purchases, like when you're on the internet and bag companies, they just have all these pictures of people like walking in them. And all you want is someone to just sit there and go like, show me every fucking pocket, man. Listen, there's some other bags I think you need to compare this to, okay? And I call this a minimal daily carry bag, all right? I think it's definitely minimal. I think any smaller and it would be like very minimal. Any bigger and it wouldn't be minimal anymore, right? So I think like going from an 18 liter to like a 20 liter on this thing would be a dope upgrade in my use case scenario. So I've got a list of my favorite daily carry bags right now over at Bagworks. I keep that updated when I do new reviews, that you'll see new stuff on there. I'll take stuff off to kind of like keep it simplified to just like, here's the things I think you need to know about. Now you can find that at bagworks.co, my list of daily carry bags. Particular bags I think you should check out are like the Topo Designs Mountain Briefcase. Okay, that's another small, minimal, sleek bag that has more of a fun sort of aesthetic. There's also, if you wanted to go more street or more like, you know, more metro with it, the Baron Fig backpack is a good, very slim, minimal. It doesn't have the water resistance that this has though. There's a bunch on that list there. I have been Chase Wardman Reeves. Thank you guys for paying attention, for subscribing. Subscribe here if you like it. And if you buy this bag, please use my link below in the description or the links over at bagworks.co. I'm doing this to support my family now, and I actually need it to work. So when you use the link to purchase bags, sometimes with some companies, it supports the channel. I love that. Those are my affiliate links, and I'm always super grateful for you guys for clicking, for searching, for watching. And honestly, if you like this, give it the like and the thumbs up. I think YouTube cares a lot about that. But mostly just ask questions in the comments below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. The channel's growing very fast, so the comments are growing, but I want to answer any real questions that you have so you can make a decision on what bag to buy so that you won't feel that fucked up, that stupid buyer's remorse. There's too many great products out there being made by really thoughtful manufacturers like these folks at Triple Aught Design, TAD. I keep calling them TAD in my head, like these folks at TAD. There's so many good makers out there making good stuff, and when you use their bags, your life gets better. Daily carry, upgrading your daily carry is, I swear to God, one of the easiest ways to upgrade your life. To just give yourself a thing that your fingers and your soul loves to use every day as it transports you from one place to the next. So I highly recommend you get a bag that you're just like, oh, I love that bag. Even if it costs too much, save up a little bit because that bag is gonna last you for a while. If you've done your research and you know, like, no, I really like that bag. I wanna carry with that bag. I wanna do what that bag tells me to do. Because you know that's what it's like. Anyways, I'm ranting and raving now, but truthfully, you should know that when you pick a bag, it's like a person. The bag wants to carry in a particular way. It says like, listen, you gotta carry the way I want to. And some bags are more like, no, I'm not gonna do it, than others. Anyways, I maybe spend too much time with bags, but I think a lot of you like bags as well because you know how much it can upgrade your life. So get into a good one. Your life is short. Get into products that make you feel excited to be alive because this is it, baby. I mean, it's all happening. And once again, thank you for tuning in and for supporting, you know, what we're doing here at bagworks.co. Please check that out. And I'll be off smoking weed and having sex with a bunch of hippie girls. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Bagworks.co. ChaseReeves.net. Those are the websites. I guess those are the websites. Yeah, I guess wanting us to I guess go check out what he's up to or something like that. Yeah, looks nice.